Hi, it's State Senator Bob Duff. This message is for the class of 2020 for Norwalk High School, Brien McMahon High School, and Darien High School. I know it's been a difficult few months, and I want to deliver this message personally to each and every one of you. Graduation day is the finish line, the end of this learning race, and another starting line, beginning of the doing race. But for you, the class of 2020, there are no lines. You leapfrog from learning to doing in one breathless beat. You got a taste of the tricks the real world can play on you before you were fully prepared. A pop quiz, big time. Since mid-March, you've been taking a real-life final exam. The questions posed have been complex. Can you function in a world turned upside down? The chaos, the division, the uncertainty. Can you work as a team remotely? Can you think on your own? Can you do on your own? The tests in life are always tougher, trickier, more unpredictable than the tests in school. So congratulations to the class of 2020. You've done an amazing job. Now, for most of us in politics, the story ends here. I've done my civic duty, delivered a feel-good moment. Upset no apple carts, video fades to black, everybody's happy, or at least not unhappy. But let me go a step further. This time as a former substitute teacher and a current dad with one son graduating and the other following in your footsteps. Let me get personal for a moment, class of 2020. Let me talk about pain, perspective, and where you go from here. The pain. Yes, you were robbed of your senior prom, post-graduation parties, senior skip days, your senior graduation, and your very senior status and identity. Everything you are and have been looking forward to for what seems like forever. For now, there is no tradition, no ritual, no rite of passage, no sweaty palms, no jumbled emotions, no edge of your seat intensity. There are no hugs, no pats on the back, no teary goodbyes. It's as if you've been caught in this weird time warp and an important step in your life has gone missing. Perspective. You may think, or you may have been told, that you were the first class ever to have your graduation canceled, but others did come before you. Many in the class of 1942 missed the festivities they had been looking forward to. Some in college were treated to a hasty graduation shortly after the December 7th, 1941 attack on Pearl Harbor. Nothing fancy, just enough to get the job done. High schoolers, some as young as 17, had already graduated boot camp and were in harm's way by the time their scheduled graduation ceremonies came around. They had all left behind their families, their friends, and their sweethearts and put on hold their dreams, their aspirations, and their ambitions. World War II did not interrupt the graduation ceremonies at West Point. The class of 1942 was 374 strong. All went to war. 70 never came home. Many from the class of 1942, high school and college, never came home. Lives given 4 generations ago to ensure your freedom today. Let that one sink in for a moment. For some who did survive, life resumed just as they had left it. Others experienced a new normal, the same but different. What they proved in the past is what you will prove in the future. That the American spirit is indomitable. The Yankee ingenuity will find a way. That you will be no worse for the wear. You may even find an ace in the cards that life deals you. And where you go from here. Let me share a couple of numbers with you. First, the first one is a big one, 29,419. That's the number of days on average you can expect to live. 29,419. This whole pandemic thing has been a burden on you for a mere 93 days. So again, in perspective, you've passed a major test in flying colors in record time. And that's awesome. And by the way, when it comes to life expectancy, Connecticut ranks number 5 in the nation. So whatever you do, don't move out of state, even to one of the other 4 states, because they all have some serious disadvantages. It's like, who would want to live longer in a place with more disadvantages? It's been said that the 2 most important days of your life are the day you were born and the day you discover why. Well, you've aced the get born part, and you've just gotten a head start on the why. Still, it may take a few years to figure it out, but even if it takes all 29,419 days to discover your purpose in life, just think of all you'll discover on your journey getting there. And here's another number to keep in mind. This one is a much smaller one. That's the number of people it takes to make a difference in someone's life. Just one. Sure, you can make an impact working on a team, but even a team begins with one idea, one catalyst, one spark of the imagination. Finally, let me share a word with you. Just one: opportunity. Playwright George Bernard Shaw once wrote, "You see things and you say why, but I dream things that never were, and I say, why not?" Every situation you will face in life brings opportunity. The choice to advance or retreat, the choice to take a stand or to go with the flow, the choice to say why or why not. And don't be afraid to make a mistake. As Shaw also wrote, a life spent making mistakes is not only more honorable, but more useful than a life spent doing nothing. To the class of 2020, I wish you the very best. Congratulations.